A customer reached out recently and asked for 2 identical hunting knives. Well, not quite identical. One with a bigger handle and the other one with a slightly skinnier handle. One with a brown sheath and one with a black sheath, but everything else the same. So that is what I am going to do. In this video, I'm going to show you the problems I encounter working with W2 steel. So if you watch to the end, not only will you see me make mistakes, but I will also be talking about the next giveaway, because we recently breached over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. The first steps in making a set of almost identical knives is making sure you have enough steel, which I do thanks to Mike Turner at Texas Knife Steel. If you're looking for any kind of high quality steels, check Texas Knife Steel out. I am not sponsored, I am just thanking him. He is a great guy, he has great steel selections. Check him out. I went ahead and cut the steel to a general shape that I needed to start forging. Alright, so I got this one piece cut out right here. He wants this handle to be about inch and a quarter at the thicker part. And it doesn't really matter how thick it is down here, it's going to get a little thinner as it goes. And then he wants another knife exactly like it, but a thinner handle. Normally this style of knife, I haven't come up with a name of it yet, but this style of knife has this shape of handle but really thin. Usually about like that. What I did that for is so that way you can conceal carry it, put it in your pocket or your belt, and it won't really notice it much. But we got to do what they ask, so let's make a thick handle for this one and a thin handle for that one. Now it's time for the forging. What I like to do before I actually start forging the metal is normalize it. Stick it into the forge to a specific temperature and let it cool down slowly. What that will do is ensure it's less likely that a stress crack or something will appear and ruin your project once you go around to the quench. Cold shuts can ruin an entire piece. So that looks like that. I think it's pretty cool. About just right for my hand. After I'm done with the initial shaping with the forge, I switch to a much lighter hammer and start refining everything as much as I can. What that will do is give me a whole lot less grinding. Cool down, what that will do is relax the steel particle. The next things I am going to do is mark my holes. I got 1 W2, 2 W2, 3 W2, and 4 W2 Japanese tool steel water quenching steel knives. I got, or I should say, fast quenching knives. All the weebs down in the comments are gonna correct me on that. Fast quenching knives, so that way, well, I need to drill the holes, then I need to apply the clay, then I need to temper, heat treat and temper them. Yeah, I got a lot to do. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I got some Satanite from KNG. Peanut butter. Sure that ain't like grandma's ashes? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I thought my mixing station would work, but it doesn't. Heat treating steel is one of those very, very hard things to master, but once you master it, it instantly becomes easy. I have not mastered it yet. I have broken and snapped and warped countless blades, and one of these hunting knives were one of them. After I heat treated it and got the handles basically attached to it, I discovered a microscopic stress crack. So I snapped it, and the grain did not look good at all. So I decided to restart on it, and the second one came out a lot better. To gum up. No! Dang it! Okay, I need acetone. I got stuff all over me. Alright, so I got this one. These ones cut. I need to hit them with the hammer a few times now to rivet them down and squeeze the handle scales on. Attach them permanently. And this is where I made the mistake. I took the knives and the sheaves and I shipped them off, and I got 0 video footage of the actual completed product. I got 1 picture, but 0 video footage of the actual completed product. Sorry guys. We've been under a lot of stress lately due to health issues and different stuff going on, so I apologize about that. As for the giveaway, be sure you are subscribed, and you might want to send your name, number, and address to this email, so that way you can enter into a random drawing. You have to be subscribed, and you have to send your name and number and address to that email. Otherwise, you will not be entered. If you do not believe me, you can ask Nolan Brewer, who won the last axe giveaway, and then the other guy before that. So I want to thank you guys for over 1,000 subscribers again. Stay tuned. The next video is coming soon, I hope. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.